Hello, and welcome to the third video in our series about Perform, the Performance Mapping and Improvement System. If you are new to Perform, be sure to check out the first two videos, which are available on the USAID Momentum Perform webpage. In this video, we'll discuss the organizational development paradigms that inspire the Perform system. The Perform system draws from 6 key paradigms or approaches to organizational strengthening. We'll take a quick look at each one, zooming in on their focus, methods, and outcomes. Each paradigm offers unique insights into how organizations, working in a rapidly changing environment, can enhance their impact. By understanding these paradigms, an organization can get a fuller picture of how the Perform process might benefit their organization. Each paradigm has a distinct focus, yet all 6 share a common goal of enhancing organizational effectiveness and sustainability. Additionally, they all underscore the importance of a holistic approach to organizational strengthening and the importance of continuous improvement and adaptiveness. To varying degrees, the paradigms highlighted in this video emphasize internal process improvements, continuous learning, and the importance of cultivating connections to a larger ecosystem through networking. So, imagine yourself on a tour of historical sites around the world. Our stops will be brief, but by the end of our time together, you'll have a bird's eye view of the terrains we've traversed and the stops you might wish to revisit on another trip. If you are already a Perform user, this video will help you connect Perform's features and benefits to a broader set of ideas about organizational performance improvement. We begin our journey by visiting the institutional strengthening paradigm. This paradigm's focus is on enhancing an organization's capacity to implement projects effectively. Practitioners who use this approach to capacity or performance enhancement emphasize sound financial management, including budgeting, forecasting, auditing, and reporting, funding diversification, human resource management, effective leadership, and governance. Methods often used under this paradigm include training and skills development. Sometimes organizational restructuring is used to improve efficiency, governance, and accountability. Expected outcomes of institutional strengthening include sound project management, capable staffing, financial resilience, organizational sustainability, accountability, and transparency. In the Perform framework, this paradigm can be found within the practice statements, particularly under the Aligned Systems for Agility performance domain. It is also captured in one of the performance drivers, adequacy of financial resources, that team members rate individually and confidentially during Perform's mapping phase. The next stop on our itinerary is the systems thinking paradigm. Systems thinkers view every organization as part of a broader, interconnected system. The primary focus of systems thinking is on the interdependencies and relationships both within the organization itself and between the organization and its external environment. This paradigm aims to identify how different elements within a system influence one another and contribute to system and organizational performance. Systems thinking is a complexity-aware approach. It is especially well suited to dynamic environments as it attempts to identify patterns and structures that cause suboptimal performance within organizations and systems. Systems thinkers use a variety of methods to analyze and address organizational challenges. These include systems mapping to depict how the system's components are interconnected, scenario planning that engages organizations in exploring and preparing for multiple potential futures by understanding how different factors and decisions might interact over time, and the identification of leverage points, places within a system where small changes can lead to significant impacts. Leverage points also help organizations focus their efforts where they can achieve the most substantial improvement. Expected outcomes associated with a systems approach to organizational performance strengthening include enhanced problem-solving capabilities, increased adaptability, improved cohesion and collaboration due to a growing recognition of the interdependencies within the system, and greater organizational resilience and sustainability. This paradigm is reflected in several practices highlighted in Perform. For example, users examine the extent to which they participate in multi-stakeholder networks, the degree to which they share resources with peer organizations, and how often they take joint action with other ecosystem actors. Furthermore, Perform's systems-oriented framework facilitates insights into how strengths or blockages in one performance domain can affect another. Our journey continues as we head to our next paradigm, partnerships and collaboration. This approach leverages the strengths, resources, and expertise of diverse stakeholders to address complex challenges more effectively than any single entity could achieve on its own. If you could see our stops on a map, you'd see that the partnerships and collaboration paradigm is located in a neighborhood very close to our previous stop, systems thinking. The focus of partnerships and collaboration is on creating and nurturing synergistic relationships with a wide array of actors: public institutions, private sector entities, other non-governmental organizations, community groups, and international development agencies. This paradigm emphasizes the importance of working together toward common goals. It recognizes that complex problems usually require multifaceted, cooperative solutions. Organizations that use this approach seek to harness the unique contributions of each partner, whether in terms of knowledge, technology, financial resources, or access to communities. The methods associated with this paradigm include collaborative planning sessions and co-creation workshops that enable partners to align their strategies, resources, and actions. Formal agreements are often used to clarify partner roles, responsibilities, and expectations. Knowledge sharing through learning exchanges is another common practice that characterizes this paradigm. Expected outcomes from the application of this paradigm include greater impact and scale, less duplication of efforts, increased innovation due to knowledge sharing, expanded access to resources, and interventions that are closely aligned with the needs and priorities of target communities. Additionally, when partners represent a diverse array of actors, they can enhance their influence over policy and resource allocation decisions. Perform incorporates this paradigm by emphasizing constituent engagement and participation in multi-stakeholder networks, most evident in the attract and sustain support performance domain. Our travels continue with our next stop, the learning organization paradigm. This approach emphasizes continuous learning, adaptability, and innovation as core principles for organizational growth and effectiveness. By fostering an environment where learning is embedded in their work, organizations can better navigate complexities and the uncertainties of their operational contexts. Learning organizations create a culture that supports open dialogue, mutual respect, and diverse perspectives. Such organizations typically integrate systems for capturing and sharing knowledge into their work. They ensure that learning is documented, accessible, and effectively disseminated throughout the organization and beyond. Learning is encouraged at the individual, team, and organizational levels. Learning organizations use several methods. These include after-action reviews, which are post-event debriefs to discuss what went well and where improvement is needed. Learning organizations often conduct small-scale or lean experiments that use minimal resources to test innovations. This experimentation allows teams to learn quickly and in a controlled, manageable way what might work. Well-developed management systems to share knowledge are also a feature of such organizations. Another common feature is the creation of communities of practice, informal groups that share expertise, insights, and promising practices around specific areas of interest. The learning organization paradigm, especially when it incorporates lean experimentation, can lead to several positive outcomes. These include enhanced innovation and adaptability, improved problem-solving capabilities, increased employee engagement and retention, and greater impact. By fostering a culture of continuous learning, encouraging the sharing of knowledge, and embracing the principles of lean experimentation, learning organizations increase their adaptability, become more agile, and are better equipped to respond to development challenges. This paradigm is central to Perform. Users examine data, gather evidence, detect patterns, draw inferences, and create plans that reflect their analysis. These activities, deeply embedded in Perform, are essential to what learning organizations do. While there is a whole performance domain focused on learning and adaptation, Perform organically employs learning organization behaviors during the performance improvement phase, when organizations engage in short-term experimentation, reflection, and learning about their efforts. The 5 performance drivers that Perform examines are closely linked to the attributes of a learning organization. Well, we've been on quite a whirlwind tour. We're now arriving at our 5th stop, Results-Based Management, or RBM. The RBM paradigm is concerned with the achievement of outputs, outcomes, and impacts. It involves setting clear goals and implementing performance measurement, learning, and adapting. RBM helps organizations align their activities with expected results and move to a higher standard of accountability. As already noted, the primary focus of RBM is on outcome-driven performance and accountability. This entails defining objectives that are SMART: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. The objectives, ideally set with ample stakeholder engagement, should capture the tangible benefits and changes the organization aims to achieve. RBM supports adaptive management through rigorous monitoring, which helps implementing teams to refine their operations on a regular basis. RBM uses a variety of methods and tools, including logic models that link resources and activities to objectives and outcomes, performance indicators, robust monitoring, and risk mitigation planning. Expected outcomes associated with RBM include improved efficiency and effectiveness, enhanced accountability, informed decision-making through regular monitoring and evaluation, and increased stakeholder satisfaction. The focus on specific outcomes and impacts is expected to contribute to the long-term sustainability of a project's impact. This paradigm is particularly evident in Perform's 100-day planning activity. Performance metrics are used to determine the extent to which an organization is achieving its plans and goals. In addition, a monitoring cycle is built directly into the Perform system. At last, we've come to our final stop. It's now time for us to visit adaptive management, a dynamic approach that acknowledges the complexity and unpredictability of operating environments. Adaptive management emphasizes the importance of being flexibly responsive to new information and changing conditions. This paradigm is particularly relevant to organizations that operate in complex, dynamic, or uncertain environments. Adaptive management is closely aligned with agile management practices. Both share a focus on flexibility, rapid iteration, and responsiveness to change. The primary focus of adaptive management is reducing uncertainty through rigorous monitoring of both context and performance. Adaptive management reflects the belief that policies, strategies, and interventions are all experiments. As organizations learn through monitoring, they make adjustments. Central to adaptive management is the idea that organizations learn from their actions and use evidence and feedback to inform future decisions. Organizations that embrace this paradigm are managed in a way that allows for adjustments and pivots in response to new insights, unexpected challenges, or changes in the operating environment. This frequently entails iterative planning and implementation in recognition of the fact that not all variables can be known or predicted at a plan's launch. Agile management practices contribute to this focus by emphasizing short planning cycles, regular reflection on successes and failures, and continuous adaptation of strategies and activities. Adaptive management uses a variety of methods to facilitate learning and adaptation. These include regular monitoring and reflective learning, rapid iteration and prototyping, flexible project frameworks, and extensive stakeholder engagement and feedback loops that help the organization adjust its performance to meet stakeholder expectations, preferences, and needs. Key outcomes associated with adaptive management include sustainable impact, stakeholder satisfaction, enhanced learning, and high accountability for results. Adaptive management also contributes to innovation, especially in organizations working in complex dynamic environments. By prioritizing flexibility, continuous learning, and stakeholder engagement, organizations that adopt this paradigm can enhance their capacity to achieve meaningful, sustainable outcomes despite the challenges of a rapidly changing environment. Perform supports adaptive management in two important ways. First, it promotes a detailed examination of the determinants of organizational performance so that needed adjustments can be readily identified. The system also incorporates robust monitoring. We've now reached the end of our journey. The 6 paradigms we've visited have much to offer to anyone who's working to strengthen their organization. Take a moment to reflect on the paradigms we've visited today. Which ones excite you? Which ones are just right for your organization? Now it's up to you. Which stops on our itinerary do you want to revisit and explore further? What's the right blend of internal capacity building, external adaptability, and collaboration for your organization? What ideas can your organization draw upon to enhance resilience, effectiveness, and impact? Good luck as you think through these important issues. If you're ready to explore Perform, visit the Momentum website. There you will find a wealth of resources that will get you launched. Good luck!